it's very interesting. Before Brian, I was creator of humanity, creator of nine races, very old billion-year-old life form. After Brian, I named America, made the Constitution. Because I had freed my life forms as creator of nine races, I was able to then free Earth. Technically, I mean, there's parallels. Because I freed all nine of my races before, as Brian, even though I'm not there anymore or whatever, I'm still able to do freedom because those races are like, well, you created us, so it was my right. So then I just wrote it down in a piece of paper. I mean, technically, once you go up to a race and be like, look, you're free. They're free from that point on, in time and space, unless someone else can capture them. So technically, the Declaration of Independence and the equal rights and everything and freedom, that has more to do with what I already did than anything else. That's just a piece of paper. But I've already freed them and already told them basically. I mean, and besides, they were kind of lost. They were wondering. They're like, "Well, we're free. Well, what does that mean?" Like, well, Declaration of Independence. I guess that's what I meant by that. I didn't want them just running around killing whatever, but I mean, there is the strongest survives a little bit, but I mean, still to a certain point. Anyway, it's kind of weird. It's because technically I'm God, but I'm just Lucifer and very old creator. So just a really old life form that came before humanity. So so the Declaration of Independence and everything else is just, I was just really powerful before. Before humanity, I was powerful. Before humanity, I had nine races. Then when I became Brian, people didn't necessarily know who I was or what I was. So things got a little complicated and a little complex. And I started to say no, blah, blah. Things started getting messy. And so then I put it down on a piece of paper. So that's all that really is, really. Was as Brian, I was like, that is how you treat my life forms. Anyway, so, um, anyway, yeah. Um, it's also because, like, technically, I was already in control of humanity and the Earth and nine races a billion years ago, or trillion years ago. So, otherwise, it would, like I say, there was a war. There was a 900 million year war between me and just basically everyone. Where I was just like, no. Where Kennedy and certain other people put me in a coma, tried to lobotomize me, kill me 100 times. It was messy. Anyway, and I don't know. Anyway, it also has to do with AI basically being like, look, to me, they said, you did all this inventing and whatever. So we need you more. Because I'm better with humans also. And other life forms. And human computers are amazing. Or will be. I have the best kind of humanity. Loyal, caring. They love to be a part of something. You know, the humans that I create are the most powerful. Or at least will be. So they're actually so powerful that they're actually more powerful than my other nine races and me. So maybe a little bit too powerful. They're able to basically stop me down and make me poor. Well, somebody was really confused, basically. Um, like I say, it's complicated. It's like trying to rationalize a billion years or 100 million years. I mean, my civilization from when I created humanity to a distant point with my nine. I had my nine races. I had my humanity, and humanity rocked on for about 100 million years. Um, and then things got complicated. So Anyway, and basically I was in complete control, world ruler, and everybody was happy. It was just inventing and crazy cool stuff. And then things start getting more complicated because other people start popping up, and somebody decides, I don't know, that they want, I don't know what they decided exactly, but it ended up making me hostage and almost getting killed, and also getting me put in a coma. Like I said, it's probable that Kennedy found out about me. Like I say, the Kennedy family was dirt poor, and and they should have never had any money at all, really. Um, so technically, they stole a lot of money, like I say, and also it might be that they were intending to get to 1970 and kidnap me and then put me like I heard that they would put me in a coma and also lobotomize me. One of the people in their family was a doctor, but it turns out he was or she was the wrong kind of doctor. She was a normal kind of doctor, not a psychologist, and her they wanted her to commit me to an insane asylum where I'd eventually be lobotomized. People found out about that and stopped it, like I say. So anyway, they wanted me to be their child or something like that. I don't really know. Um, and it had to do with the fact that I named America and I would be in control of America for some amount of time. And I don't know, they wanted to be rich and powerful, so or something like that. So control the future, that kind of thing. So anyway, so somebody else came and saved me from being in a coma and lobotomized, or being inside of a small cell. And I said, humanity generally every race knows that eventually that, and that's really what all the world wars are about. Rodney or the Kennedy family or 250 presidents wanted to put me in a coma or kill me or make it so nobody knows that I had named America and I am the creator of humanity. So there's this big war. Like I say, technically I was the first president, but they were trying to make it so I wasn't the first president so they could have power and money and all that stuff like that. So, but like I say, I'm creator of humanity, so there's this whole big problem. And I'm also a really cool, awesome dude. So anyway, there's this whole paradox problem thing where the Kennedy family had put me in a insane asylum, but they came into power because of me. So they created a paradox by doing that. Like I said, they wanted me to invent and name America from when I was in a coma, so nobody would know that I named America because I'd never wake up from the coma and then I'd be lobotomized. It was something really bad like that. So, but the future figured out who I was or what I was, and saved me basically. Like I said, I probably spent quite a while in a coma, or at least one lifetime in a coma, and then I was lobotomized. So, anyway, really bad, rough time. The Illuminati were after me, and like I said, they wanted me to name America and invent things from being in a coma, and then they would just read my thoughts or something like that, because you can still think inside of a coma, or inside a drug-induced coma anyway. So, or something. I don't really know. Like I said, the Kennedys, not exactly a nice family, or at least their sons or something like that. So, but one of the females or somebody. Um, anyway, it's complicated. Um, but a couple of the presidents weren't exactly that great of people, and saw me as an obstacle to be moved out of the way because I named America, and technically America is mine. So, and they wanted to be in control of of America. So, anyway,